From Chicago streets to the courts beat, South Scott Dan on the podcast seat. Bulls breaking news, talking stats and views. Every player, every play, we never lose. Horns over hoops, we're the Bulls troop. From game analysis to fan scoop.
Bulls Nation, how we feeling about that win? Scott Berman, how are you feeling about that win?
We actually ramped the score, which was the complete opposite of what I thought was going to happen.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. We'll give fans a minute to pour in here and let the high wear out. I can't believe we actually blew a team out for once. What a game. What a game. Thoughts and prayers about it.
Like I said, Vucevic was going to have the high point mark. Giddey finally getting his triple-double was fantastic. He's been flirting with it for basically all year.
Oh, yeah.
And it was a really good game. I'm glad they did not take their foot off the gas finally.
Ramon hits it right on the head. Ramon, rather. My bad. Ramon hits it right on the head. About damn time. I got to say, man, this is how the Bulls should be playing day in and day out. I'm not talking about like winning games. Obviously, not every game is going to be won. But this energy and this level of enthusiasm and everybody just playing like they're having fun, this is what we should be doing every single day. And moreover, playing to your normal standard, not playing down to the competition. So I think this is an incredible win. Scott, you got some stats for me?
Yeah. What do you want to know?
Just give me the full breakdown because I know we shot the ball very well. I want to get into Matas later, but first we'll hear the stats.
Bulls shot 52% from the field, 34% from the three-point line. Shot a respectable 84% from free throw. That's been a struggle throughout the year. So going 16 for 19 is pretty good. They actually had more free throws than the Nets.
There goes your audio again.
Also been a struggle for us. The Nets shot 40% from the field. So they struggled to shoot all game. They forced a lot of shots up, and they had several shot clock violations, which really should not be happening in the NBA.
No, but it does show you how good the Bulls were playing defensively. Everybody that touched the court, I think, did a stupendous job of playing defense. We locked them up pretty tight. But now let's move on to what everybody's sticking around and waiting for. Matas Buzelis had himself a game. 20 points, 5 rebounds, 1 assist, a block, and goes 4 for 5 from beyond the arc. Those are some numbers for you, Scott. Thoughts on Matas Buzelis? Because from what I saw, I'm starting to see the emergence of our starting power forward. But what do you think?
I'm a little hesitant to say he's our starting forward or starting power forward. There's definitely, he shows flashes of it. This is what the scouting report had him being coming out of high school, is a guy that can shoot the three and also drive. I think he's second on the team in dunks right now. And he's playing maybe 10 minutes a game. I think this is the most he's played is 22. So he's not afraid to drive and dunk.
No.
And he basically can just stand out of the rim and dunk. So just keep feeding him down low. He just needs to get more minutes, and he's starting to look more and more comfortable, which is fantastic.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, of all of his shots that he took, even the ones that were contested, he looked very comfortable shooting the ball. He wasn't afraid to miss shots, didn't get discouraged. Those dunks that he had, I don't know if you saw that play. He later on kicked it out of bounds, but when he tried to, instead of going up for the contested shot, he dished it off to Jalen Smith. That's a smart veteran move by a rookie, because he recognized that there was no chance of him going up and getting that shot. I'm going to dump it off to my center and get an easy bucket. Jalen wasn't able to corral the pass, but again, just speaks the mentality of Buzelis. When he does play, he plays above the amount of years he's been playing. What I mean by that is he is a rookie, but he's showing veteran moves with the ball, and I really like it. Pat, you got some ground to make up, buddy, because if Matas plays like this, you're gonna lose your job, my friend. We found a cheaper alternative to you. Ramon says rookie cooking tonight, good confidence booster against a struggling team. Couldn't have said it better myself.
The one thing I'm hesitant about with him, I know it's a completely different player, but Tim had the same type of game last year where he went nuts and dropped like 15 points. He's definitely a way better player than Batim, but I need to see some more games like this. So hopefully he's going to get some more minutes. It seemed like Billy was really trusting him tonight.
Yeah. And I think Stacey did mention it during the game. He did the same thing with Matas that he did with Io, and that was after the first month he started playing him a little more. So Billy electing to really make his rookies earn it and kind of like, well, how much do you want it type of thing, which I respect that. And I know Matas reciprocates that by giving it his all every night. I want to move on to Josh Giddey because love him, hate him. I know he's been up and down. We've had a roller coaster of mixed emotions with that young man, but the man had himself a triple double, man. His first of hopefully many triple doubles. How do you feel about Josh Giddey now?
He's always going to get the stats, but he continues to struggle from three, and I think he needs to stop trying to be a three-point shooter. He's such a better player when he's either in the post or taking a floater or something like that. He needs to stop trying to be a three-point shooter. He's a great facilitator. He does turn the ball over a decent amount, which I know he's been trying to work on, but he really did have a good game, and you could tell he's getting his confidence up, which he seemed very down on himself earlier in the year, and he's starting to play a lot better defense, and he's showing up kind of when it's needed. I think he was getting benched for basically the fourth quarter for a while now, and I know this was a blowout, but he was in most of the game. Yeah, I think he actually had the most amount of minutes today. So
yeah,
Billy wanted him out there.
Here's the thing, man. You hit it right on the head. He is lacking at the three. I mean, he has nights where he hits them. He has nights where he doesn't hit them. So he does not consistently hit them as well as we want him to. Now, here's the thing. I have no problem if he recognizes that, hey, I can't shoot the three. I'm going to take it to the cup. I'm a lot better. I'm a lot more versatile to this team as a drive and distribute guy. I'm going to take my chances driving the cup until his 3-point shot takes some time to develop and really start falling. I'm not saying abandon it completely. By all means, the only way to get better at something is to keep doing it. But maybe not this game because it was a blowout, but maybe in more clutch games, maybe resort to driving the cup and recognizing your better shooters. But as far as the turnovers are concerned, when you're a passer, you're going to turn the ball over. When you're a shooter, you're going to miss shots. It's just as simple as that. The idea is just to limit the amount of turnovers that you're going to commit on a nightly basis. And if he can keep the turnovers down and drive the cup and continue just bringing that energy, I say he's going to be a volatile role of this offense going forward, and he will land himself a contract come this year. Scott Berman, THT, came in, and we barely got to see him because we were just in the high of Matas and Nico and Giddey, but THT quietly coming out of the woodworks here. What do you think?
First, I can't take him seriously because he looks like he he's like a Gold's Gym, like pickup game player when he's out there. He just looks so like his body just does not fit an NBA player. He just like, I don't know, but he's been having like his last couple games. I think he's had like 5 or 6 games where he's scored in a row that he's scored over 10 points.
Yeah.
So he's been quietly our best bench player, especially with Io starting right now. I was very against him getting minutes for a long time because I just felt like he was just out there chucking up shots and turning the ball over. But he's really turned his game around and accepted this bench spot and is a great asset that we have coming off the bench.
Yeah, that's the thing is with all the energy we have on the court, we do need that guy that comes off the bench and brings that energy. And up until recently, yeah, he was struggling to find his spot. Now he feels a little bit more comfortable in his role as a bench player, and he's starting to come around. THT is starting to become my favorite guy off the bench, that's for sure. But time will only tell what truly happens to him. We're looking on to Thursday now. I know we mentioned it in the pregame show, or in the halftime report rather, but we got the Spurs coming up. Are we gonna ride this high into another win, or do you think that the Spurs are gonna get the better of us?
I don't know if we don't really have an answer for the Spurs. Like they play, I don't know. Can you stop Victor?
Can anybody stop him? I mean,
yeah, it's like you kind of have to hope that he's going to get his 20-25 points. You just got to kind of hope the rest of the team struggles to shoot. We seem to be playing. I know we played against a very hurt Nets team, but if we can play the same defense that we did today, where we're causing them to run out the shot clock, chuck up bad shots, I think we might have a chance. But they've been a really hot team. They've beat some really good teams recently. They beat the Warrior, Thunder. I know the Kings have been struggling, but they've been playing really well. So I don't really have an answer if we can beat them. I hope so. But
yeah,
the Spurs are such a weird team. They should be better than they are.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I'm going to say, if I had to guess, I'm going to go with you. I'm going to say we carry this high into the San Antonio game. I'm going to say we're going to try our absolute best. I think that we're going to come out with the same energy and the same spark, but I think that team with Victor Wembanyama is just too good, and I think it's going to result in a Bulls loss. That's personally my opinion, but I think it's going to be a fun game to watch. Quickly before we get going here, who was your player of the game tonight?
He shot super well. He showed a lot of confidence, and what surprisingly didn't happen was Billy didn't take him out of the game.
Thank you. Thank you. You see what happens when you leave the hot hand in? We've been saying this all year round, that Billy, it's not that he's a bad coach, but he goes through these spurts where he just takes out the hot hand. I know we've been harping on him all year round. If somebody's got the hot hand, leave him in. But by all means, continue. What else did you notice about him?
About Bruzelis, he was trying hard on defense. He was really just everywhere. He was getting boards. He was moving without the ball, and he just showed confidence, which as a rookie, you need to get those minutes. You need to get those buckets, and you start getting more and more confident with your shots. So the more time he can get up here, the better. I don't want to see him in the G League again, which I don't think he will, but
no.
Just keep getting the minutes. He could easily be our 6th man and possibly, like you said, our starting power forward. I could see him turning into like a Lamar Odom type player where
Ooh,
he
good
can hit the
comparison.
three, but he really bangs down low a lot and takes mid
Yeah.
range.
Yeah. No, that was a great comparison. I know that I always compared him to like a new age Andre Karolinko, but I'm liking that Lamar Odom comparison a little bit better. So for San Antonio now, do you think he gets the same amount of minutes, or do you think that he goes back to his under 10 minutes?
I don't think he gets. I think he gets at least 15.
Okay.
He'll probably be close to the most, or close to like the most off the bench, but it really depends how he's playing.
Okay.
If he's hitting his shots, I think Billy's going to ride him, but if he's missing, I think he's going to have kind of a shorter leash.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, again, it's going to be a matter of test the water, see how he's doing. Obviously, they're not going to leave him in there if he's struggling, but if he's having a game like he's having tonight, hey, let the momentum keep going. I mean, sky's the limit for this kid. We want to make sure that he has a long and successful season here, especially because I wouldn't. Okay, I'm going to say this before we cut out. I would not consider it a failure if we just flip flop Pat and Buzelis. If Matas ends up being the starter and Pat just comes off the bench, I mean, I wouldn't consider that a total loss. You know what I'm saying? Like if you can have Pat putting stats up off the bench, Matas developing into like a 15, 16 point, eight rebound a night guy, I wouldn't consider that a loss.
No, and I think his best games last year were coming off the bench. I feel like he doesn't have the pressure of Zach LaVine and last year with DeRozan kind of taking away the shots from him. So him coming off the bench, I think, would be pretty good. And when he shows his confidence this year and even last year, he showed to be a decent player. So I think it wouldn't be a bad move to eventually move him to the bench, but I don't think it's the right move yet.
Right.
This is his first
Right.
good game, so we
Right.
can't jump the gun and just immediately put him in there. Also, I would assume has been tearing it up as our power forward. So I'm just saying.
Yeah. Our little 6 foot, what is he, 6'5"?
Yeah.
Oh, geez. Yeah. That scary moment, by the way, scary moment for Io. Would he get clipped in the nose by
Oh yeah, he got like punched in
yeah.
the face. That was bad.
Completely on accident. I mean, there was no
Yeah.
avoiding that. It was two players going for the ball, but still, scary moment. I'm glad that he made it back on the court. And man, Io doesn't give enough credit. I mean, that's the times where you wish there was a sixth position in the starting role, because how is that man not a starter?
Yeah.
But well,
I am going to give you your props. You guys will actually hear it on tomorrow's episode, but Sal says that Vucevic is probably going to be an all-star this year, and I think he's right. After what he's been doing this year, there's like, I can't name a better center in the East right now. He has been playing out of his mind. So, Sal, there you go.
Oh, thank you. I'm glad you mentioned that, because I was scrolling through the Twitter sphere and I stumbled upon somebody named Bull Central. Shout out if you're watching. And he asked the question, is Nikola Vucevic the best shooting big man? I didn't know if he said this year or in the NBA, but Scott, is Vooch the best shooting center in the NBA right now? And this, of course, coming off of a year where he was the worst shooting center in the NBA.
Right now, I think he's shooting. I don't know. He's been shooting the three pretty well. If that's what you're talking about, like a 3-point shooting big man.
Yeah,
I would say right now he probably is with how he's confidently shooting. But overall, don't know. I can't really name anybody that's shooting as well as him.
Yeah.
Victor has been shooting pretty well.
Yeah.
So,
But
yeah.
I mean, we're talking about a center getting 4 or 5 threes a game now. I mean, we're talking Vooch. If he hit one, he was taking 6, 7 shots to do that. But now going up to that, hitting 3, I mean, probably averaging 3 to 4 3-pointers a night, which is that's shooting guard numbers right there. That's incredible. So I'm going to say yes. That he is the best shooting center right now in the league. And that's just because he's on a streak. I want to see what his stats look like at the end of the year. I want to see after however many games he plays. If he plays all 82 games, I want to see what he averages after all 82 games in comparison to everyone else. But as of right now, I'll enjoy this hot streak while it lasts. Before we get out of
just looking at stats, he's very similar to Djokovic. Who
Jokic?
Jokic. Sorry. Yeah,
the tennis player?
is. Oh my God, yeah. Jokic is shooting 50% from 3 right now, making 2.2 a game. Yeah.
That man is a legend.
Yeah. So Vucevic is shooting 47% from 3. Jokic is shooting 50, and they're making the same amount of threes a game. So there you go.
That's good company to be in. I mean, that's good company to be in. Before we cut out of here, like my co-host said, new episode comes out tomorrow. It's about can the Bulls still have a successful remainder of the season, despite all the losses, all the struggles we've been going through, all the losses to easy teams, the countless coming out 20 points down and reeling the game back in. It's just our keys to having a successful remainder of the season. We got some little fun trinkets and games in there for you. So go ahead, check that out. Give it a like, give it a comment, and show us some love. Leave your Ask a Horniacs down there. I mean, we love getting those. We love answering those. We've been going very hard on revamping our merch store. We got a couple new good items there. So if you're looking for a great gift for a loved one or yourself for the holiday season, drop by www.denzelrange.com, pick yourself up some Horns Over Hoops merch, and take a photo and tag yourself in it. We'd love to have it. Maybe we'll send you a gift. So check it out. Scott, what do you got for everyone before we leave?
I don't have much. Jalen Carter played. He got 0 points.
Javon Carter got 0 points.
Javon Carter. Man.
Jalen Carter, the punt returner for the Bears.
Yeah. I'm losing it, man.
By the way, chat, show some love.
The Bears suck.
The Bears do suck, and we'll see here in the chat. Chat, go ahead and drop out. How stoked are you that the Bears finally pulled the trigger and got rid of Eberflus? Let me see the love in the chat.
Oh my God, that was needed. That guy literally lost 4 games by not calling a timeout.
Yeah. Hey, good riddance. I mean, what were we doing this year anyway? I mean, after the season started, not during the season. I mean, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, oh well. We'll see we'll see what coach they wind up with next year. I want to see Bill Belichick, man. I'm sorry.
No,
I'm sorry. I know, but I want to see him. How often do we get like name coaches?
No. It'd be a bad move, but yeah, no. I'm against it.
We'll see. Go after Lovie Smith again?
No, they'll do something stupid. As the Bears do, as Chicago does, they'll do something stupid.
There you go. As Chicago does. Well, on behalf of everyone here, the Horns Over Hoops, we are going to end this broadcast. Bulls win 128 to what was it?
102.
128 to 102, defeating the Brooklyn Nets. A shorthanded Brooklyn Nets, that is, but a win is a win nonetheless. Thank you all for all those who stuck around and supported us throughout this halftime and post-game casts. we'll try to post more lives on a more consistent basis. If you guys want to see more halftime reports, just let us know. With that being said, from all of us here, we wish our Bulls fans a good night and see red. Have a good night, everyone.